Hello and welcome to the House of Crypto. Today we're going to look at LocalBitcoinscom, the easiest place to buy Bitcoin online anywhere in the world using a variety of different payment methods. Right, so let's have a look. So you want to go to LocalBitcoins.com, as we can see here, and once you've set up a major account, which is really easy to do, should be able to do it in around 5 minutes, you'll get brought to a home page that looks a lot like this. So the first thing we want to do is to select the country which we're living in, or the country that we want to take money from. Now the cool thing about this website is it allows us to take money from any particular country and change it into Bitcoin. Now why might that be useful? So for example, I'm currently in the UK. I might want to take money from America if I had money in a US account because I've been working there, or somewhere else in the world, and change that into Bitcoin where I can then transfer it between two different countries really easily. Okay, very useful for paying family or moving families money around, etc. Okay, so what we're going to do is assume that we're in the United States, because many of the viewers for this show are. Okay, so up here we'll look at United States. As you can see, all the different countries we can choose from. Then we're going to select our currency, United States dollar. We don't need to put in the amount here because it's not really necessarily that important. And then we're going to look at this part. So what you'll see here is a variety of different ways in which we can pay. Okay, so obviously in some countries, some people may not have access to all types of modern banking systems. So there's a variety of different ways that we can pay. Okay, so what I'm going to choose today, just because a lot of people have heard of this, is PayPal. Once we've checked all this, we can then click search. Okay, this is, make sure as well we're looking under the quick buy. You can also come here to sell Bitcoin in a variety of different countries. Okay, cool. So what we've got here is each of the users who are trying to sell their Bitcoin. And what we can see after is, for example, with Dwayne1, is 10 and 100%. 10 is the number of trades that he has successfully completed, or he or she, and the 100% is the feedback that's been given. Okay. Now, obviously, we were looking for 100%. We don't want to be moving money for anything less than 100%. Okay. Also, I'd say 10 is probably a bit low. So if we look just below, we've got Cargona with over 1,000 transactions and 100%, which is obviously really good. What we can then look across at is the price. Okay, so obviously the price is changing a lot, particularly at the moment. It's very volatile. Prices with sort of people with less transactions are probably going to be more competitive, but it might be worth looking at maybe something a little bit more expensive in order for it to be 100% with a large number of transactions. So what we will then do is we'll go back and check the current price of Bitcoin. So let's have a look here. Bitcoin currently 31,454. So we come across here and we're looking at 33,000. Okay, so depending on how much money we want to move, it's actually not particularly bad rate. This is obviously a very good rate, but as you can see, it's only allowing one US dollar, etc. You can keep refreshing this, and you can over time see better offers. If there's nothing that's worthwhile, maybe you can wait a bit of time and see what happens. Okay, cool. So let's just select the one below. We've got Cargona, and let's go and have a look at buy. So here we've got a limit of $300 to $400. 100% feedback. We can read his feedback, her feedback. We want to. Currently in the United States. Now we want to look at the terms on the right hand side. Okay, so he says, welcome to my ad. I sell Bitcoin using PayPal. Require strong ID and PayPal verification. Okay, so depending on whether you have access to PayPal, depending on what country you're in, etc., you may need to have a photo of yourself with your passport, or with your passport to show that the PayPal is actually yours, and then show like a PayPal balance to show that I've got my $400 or whatever ready to pay him. Okay, doesn't need to see your like credit cards, etc. Don't ever give out your credit cards to these people, because there's nothing to stop them running away with your information. Okay, cool. So tells you the time that he'll be open. You can contact them here. It gives you all the instructions for how to do it. All right. So once you've contacted them, you then make your payment, and obviously he will see that you have made the payment. With other transactions, there's other ways to contact people. Okay, so let's take, for example, China, where I was recently. China uses everyone in China uses WeChat, which is sort of like WhatsApp, but with sort of a variety of more functions where you can send money. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Here you then got another bunch of users. You can then, obviously, you have to check the currency because the currency will change against the local currency. 207,000 is obviously around $32,000. We select our seller. Ooh, sorry, that's looking at the feedback. We can look at our seller and we can click on buy. They'll then provide instructions for how we can pay on WeChat. This is particularly good because here we can accept, and here we can actually even type and speak to the person. They'll give me their contact details, and I can then speak with them. So again, if you've got money in other countries, because perhaps you've been working overseas, this is actually a really great way of moving money around. Okay, with pretty low fees, and also without having to visit a bank, which is obviously super beneficial, and particularly at the moment when visiting a bank might be not that great a thing to do. Right. Once you've received your money, you'll receive a verification message, and it will appear up here in a little wallet. You see I've got some from a transaction I completed earlier. Gives you the information about your trades, when you've been accepted, blah blah blah. Okay, so here in my wallet I have this, something like $700, and the transaction fee if I want to send it. So obviously you can send up to this amount, which is what's in your wallet minus the transaction fee. This transaction fee is something like 30 cents. I'm not going to sit and work it out quickly for you, but it's really low. Okay, so it's a really kind of great way, once once you've made the trade, a really great way of sending some money around really quickly and easily. I can send up to, so I take this, my receiving wallet, whether that's BlockFi, Coinbase, etc. I put that information into the Bitcoin address. The amount of Bitcoins, for example, I would put in here, and then I would click continue, and that would send it on its way. Okay, I would recommend against leaving funds on this exchange. Obviously it's a secure exchange, it's got a very high rating if you want to look for reviews on Google. Very trustworthy site, used by millions of people. If you want more information about places to store your crypto, and if you want to find out a review for myself about BlockFi, which offers up to 8.6% on your crypto, then click the link in the description here, or click on the link which should be somewhere around in this video now. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe, it really helps the YouTube algorithm and helps me to deliver more content to you guys. So thank you very much for your time. I look forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.